The facelifted Volkswagen Atlas gains a Peak Edition appearance package, and we have our second one here at Volkswagen Brandon in Florida. Getting gray and orange accents in the interior, backlit dashboard with Peak Edition branding, also getting things like 18-inch black wheels and all-terrain tires with silver colored lower bumper and body side moldings. Let's check out what the Peak Edition appearance package is all about. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where this one is for my hardcore Volkswagen Atlas fans who don't want to really lose all of the nice comfort and technology and creature comforts just because they want to go off-roading and spend some time in the wilderness being adventurous. That's right, the Peak Edition is here for the second time. First we had it in green, now we have it in gray. So with that said, I want to take a walk around the Peak Edition, show you guys the exterior, interior, the options, everything that this appearance package entails, and see if this is a perfect one for you. Very well-rounded, very adventurous, very technological, very Volkswagen. Now, a big shout out to Volkswagen Brandon for letting me take a peek around this Peak Edition. If you guys want to get this car in your lineup or anything else they have on their inventory, make sure you check the link in the description for their website and phone number and get a hold of them so you guys can get one of these cars today. And when we mentioned the dimensions of the Atlas Peak Edition, well, we're looking at a total wheelbase of 117.3 inches with a length of 200.7 inches, a width of 78.3 inches, and a height of 70.4 inches with a curb weight of 4,630 pounds. And with this front engine 4Motion all-wheel drive 6-passenger 4-door vehicle, what we're looking at an 8-speed automatic transmission, a turbocharged and intercooled 16-valve inline-4 engine with an iron block and aluminum heads and direct fuel injection. Now that's going to give you a power of 269 horses with a torque of 273 pound-feet. Now how does that translate to power? Well, let's talk about the 0 to 60 because it's at 7.3 seconds with a top speed of 117 miles per hour, but that is limited. And keep in mind that this can tow 5,000 pounds. Now guys, there's a lot to talk about for the 2024 model year Atlas besides the fact that we have the Peak Edition. For 2024, well, the Atlas got a stylish makeover and a host of brand new standard equipment. Now, the most obvious thing is the new look with the new front fascia and new headlights. There are also new wheel designs across the entire lineup, including 21-inch wheels for the R-Line models. Now, despite the difference of the power plants between the new models and the old models, you still have a capacity of max towing at 5,000 pounds, and that is notable here because we have towing on this Peak Edition. Now, keep in mind that we have all-wheel drive standard on this Peak Edition as well, and we get equipment like the 12-inch infotainment screen, a big upgrade from the previous 8-inch unit. Also added for the Peak Edition appearance package, we get this pure gray paint. And we also have Avocado, which was the first Peak Edition model we had on the channel. So with that said, let's talk more about this Peak Edition ahead of us in pure gray, because as you guys can see, first off, it will show the new front fascia as we talked about with the new stylish design and headlamps. And keep in mind that this is very flowy from one side to the next. There's no breakage in these lines here. As you guys will see, the light bar go from the top all the way into the LEDs here, and it swoops down right here. So you guys will see it's just up and across all the way to the other side. And then we have the flowy lines in the grille that link up with the VW badging right up front and then keep going. And then the gloss black right here in the center and on the lowers. So you guys will see this whole setup done in gloss black with the chrome at the top. It looks really good. Functional grille, so you guys will see there's a feed through there, and then keeping intact with everything with the Peak Edition, we will have silver or aluminum, however you want to say it, for the cladding here, as you guys will see on the side in plastic. Same for the front fascia, done in that silver look with, again, a functional grille where that actually has a feed through. So all of this is here for a reason, not just styled. And then you have the full LED headlamps, which we will see illuminated with the light bar. I mean, come on, this is beautiful already. It just looks even better in the pure gray paint. Now the Peak Edition really shows off on the side profile. First off, you're going to see the 18-inch wheels done in black, and you guys will see the Volkswagen center cap there with these beautiful Continental Traction Plus tires they actually have a peak on them as well. As you guys see, a mountain peak right there. So with these 250/560 R18s, well, this is going to be ready for off-road. Plus the plastic cladding on the wheel wells and down the side skirts with the aluminum side skirt. The Peak Edition is definitely ready to where you can protect the paint but still have a little bit of fun and adventure. Now with that said, you also get black mirror caps with the Peak Edition as well, and you also get the black roof rails, as you guys will see here. We also have a glass roof here because we have a big panoramic sunroof, and we have a shark fin antenna done in black as well. Put that all together, and that's your side profile of the Peak Edition, and yeah, I think it really shows off in this spec. Now the rear of the Peak Edition, we mean business. VW logo and Atlas script right up front, with the LED light bar taking up a big portion of this trunk space here, as you guys will see, going all the way across. It really covers up that whole section, and when it lights up, we see in a moment, it will look so fabulous. Now you'll see the 4Motion, meaning we have all-wheel drive here. You will also see SE, letting you know what trim level this is with the Peak Edition, and you guys will see the gloss black trim all the way around, just adding even more flair to this whole back section. Now at the bottom, we got dual exhaust tips, as you guys can see, covered in chrome, and those are Fox exhaust tips, which means that they are necessarily fake, but you know, there's exhaust down there. This is just a kind of a visual aspect kind of thing. Again, keeping everything protected. You also have the rear diffuser with the Fox kind of pattern in the back. So this is really to keep everything just nice and dandy, just in case you scratch it up going off-road. But you do have the aluminum going across all of this because, you know, Peak Edition, and you have the red reflector going all the way across very seamlessly, no line breakage. Just like up front, everything flows from one side to the next. Tow hook right there, which means we mean business with the towing package. So with that said, taking a step back, what do you guys feel about the rear of the Peak Edition? Now when it comes to fuel economy, well, we're looking at 20, 18, and 24. So pop this open. 20 will be combined city and highway, 18 city, and 24 for the highway. Now I want to show you guys the cargo area back here, because keep in mind, we got 3 rows back here. So with all 3 rows folded up, this is the kind of space you're looking at, which isn't quite bad for having the 3 rows set up here. Very Audi Q7-ish when it comes to 3-row cabin space. Now with that said, you have extra storage on each side, as you guys can see. And then as I move the roadside stuff, that's actually Velcroed in, which is nice, and kind of slide this up. We do have a little bit of a false floor here, just a little bit. We'll lift that up. You guys will see, look at that. Not bad, right? Where our spare tire would go. We can do a couple of tools, the jack, everything like that underneath there as well. So we got space, but if we fold down these seats, well then we can do a little bit more. So we can grab that there, push forward, grab this here, push forward. Now look at our space. That's even more space. Look at that. So now let's do our best to see what the illumination looks like on the Peak Edition, because you guys will see the LED headlamps, you will see the LED light bar, you will see the LED running lights. Look at all of it here shine and illuminate for you guys. That is a beautiful setup against this pure gray paint. Switchback LEDs. You also have the amber turn signal there, and the mirror cap in black, and then the LED tails, which looks like the Tron tail lights is what I like to call them, because they're so futuristic looking. You can see the amber turn signal there. Check all of that illuminated. I know the Florida sun's kind of drowning some of it out, but you can tell this is going to shine like a star. Now let's check out our key fob for the Peak Edition Atlas. It is very much the same as the other Atlas models. So beautiful gloss black, chrome surround, VW logo on the back side, and we have the lock, trunk release, unlock, panic button, and remote start on the other side, with a physical button actually that we can press in order to, actually, where's it at? Hold on, I think it's on this side. Where's it at? Where is it at? The physical button. There it is. All right, we found it. Physical button right there we can press in order to pull out a physical key, just in case the key fob battery dies, so keep that in mind. Now the interior of the Peak Edition really goes off, and this by far is my favorite when it comes to these models, because check this out. Gray, black, orange, all throughout the cabin. That looks so good. And you have like a kind of carbon weave trim that's in the inside as well, which is a matte finish, aluminum mixed with it, hard touch blacks and soft touch blacks. How cool does that look, guys? Really love it. With the whole aluminum flavor, you have the dead pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal. We have the floor mats down here to protect it as well, and we have the aluminum side sill here to give it a little flair. Now in the door cards here, you will see trunk release, window controls, mirror controls, our speaker setup, lock buttons there, and a little extra storage or grab handle, depending on how you want to use it for your Atlas. Now, take a look back, because this is a beautiful interior. And what's really cool about the Peak Edition is the ambient lighting, which is too bright to show you now, will light up and it says Peak Edition in the orange and everything right here in this whole backlit section. It's really cool. Definitely take a look at that if you can. Now, with that said, 10.25 inch screen here up front and 12-inch screen right here. So we'll go over that in just a moment. I think I left the trunk open, or not the trunk, the hood open in just a second. So we'll close that up, so that will go away. But check this out with the Peak Edition on the steering wheel here, so you guys know what we're messing with. If you didn't already see the trim levels and everything here as well. Steering wheel here, which we know and love from the Volkswagen Atlas from before, so I'll go over this very briefly. We have our driver assistance controls here. We have our hands-free controls here, heated steering wheel, and our menu controls for the instrument cluster there. Radio controls where we can change the tracks left and right here, or we can do the volumes on this side here as well. Lighting controls over here, as you guys will see, underneath this perforated gray leather with the gray right on top and the stitching as well, and that matte kind of carbon trim right here on the center, going all throughout from the other side with the gloss black underneath, going from underneath the infotainment all the way to the other side as well, carrying on with that perforated leather. I mean, come on, look at the details. Look at the details of this. Open up the glove box. That's what we got for space. And as you guys will see, we have a center stack here, which is covered up under here with the USB-Cs, and we have a wireless charger there as well. You guys will also see that we have cup holders here. We have gloss black for the surround trims. We have our engine start stop button right here. We also have our parking button, gear selector for drive, neutral, and reverse. Reverse will bring up our beautiful backup cameras. All right, then we press P for park. We can press this in for the electric parking brake, and that's surrounded with aluminum trim. We also have some extra storage in this big armrest with the orange stitching across the Volks leather, and you guys will see we have tons of space when it comes to the glove box there and USB-C plug-in. All right, now close that up because we got some more space. That's not it. I mean, come on, look at all that down there. That is tons of space. So there is in the central tunnel a cutout right there for you to put anything you might need. I don't know what would fit down there that you would need that much space, but you got it just in case you need it. All right, and then obviously we talked about these seats, which just look so cool with the diamond pattern, perforated leather, and looking at it, I mean, wow. So now that I closed the hood, I can show you some of the digital instrument cluster here. By pressing the view button, I can change a couple of things. As you guys can see, look at the animations there, which is really cool. They didn't have to go that hard, but they did. And I can go from left and change displays there. I can go right and change displays over here. I mean, whatever I need to do, I can do it here. I can do it on each side, center. As you guys can see, I can change what's in between there. Peak Edition, I mean, come on, that's specific to this model, so you will see that right there as well. But yeah, that's just very intuitive, and obviously what's intuitive and very just responsive and beautiful and just, I mean, great to use is the infotainment system here. You can see we have our seat ventilation right here on the left hand side. You can see we have all of our apps and controls where we can just swipe so easily, and this has a plastic cover over it and it still works as good. So that just shows you that this thing is going to be butter, like butter for you guys when you're going through the different menus and everything here. Now keep in mind, you can do a lot of different things with this. I mean, you can spend some time on it. So I won't go over everything here, but again, I just wanted to show you guys how the setup looks before we actually, you know, kind of break it down and see, you know, what we have here. So telephone, radio, media, navigation, vehicle is important because that gives you a lot of things. Obviously you guys can see oil, service, tire pressure, start, stop, all that stuff. Data for your fuel, so you guys will see that. The vehicle itself, you know, the status for the exterior, interior. So you have all kinds of things in 3D menus, which is really cool. Again, this is just a really cool system to have on these models. I love the way that these are so intuitive and interactive. That's the thing, you know, it's like a video game on your screen. So again, there's tons of stuff here, and I won't break down everything, but App Connect, App Connect, sound, help, settings, and then you guys will see the other menus. On this side, you can customize how you want them. You can also turn off the screen right here with the power button. You guys have your climate controls here, radio volume here, and then climate controls here, because we got dual zone for our climate controls. Now there's a couple other ways you can do some things, like the climate by pressing that here, and you will see it pop up here as well. All right, and you can just by pressing it here. You also have your assist, your driving assistance here. You have your menu for parking here, parking assist, and then you also have your hazard buttons with drive mode selector here, to go between eco, comfort, sport, custom, off-road, and snow. So you have plenty of drive modes when it comes to the Atlas Peak Edition. All right, we're not gonna need snow here in Florida, that's for sure. But make sure you look up, because we have the controls for our panoramic roof. What I love about this is the swipe. You just swipe it and it closes, it opens like that. Like, that's just so cool. So as you guys can see, it's just, I like the touch points of this. Look at that. And then we got a lot more sun right on top of us. So we're gonna close that because, man, it's already hot. I need to cover myself up a little bit. All right, and then we have our SOS, dome lights, floodlights, all that stuff there. We do have the mirror and lights right here for the visor. Now before we get into the third row, let's hop into the second row. We're gonna do that first, all right? Because your cargo volume, as far as the second row, is around 56 cubic feet of space, but your actual passenger volume with the seats up and a person back here, it's gonna be around 53 cubic feet of space. Now, as you guys can see, this is where you're gonna wanna be when it comes to overall comfortability and seating between the two rows, because there's not as much room as you guys see here in the third row, but there's still some substantial room that we need to talk about. So we have the same quilted pattern for the diamond pattern on the seats, done in black with the gray and orange contrast with the stitching, and it looks really good with the perforated leather right here. You will also see we have cup holders there, but they are covered up because, you know, brand new car, it happens. Now we do have the sunroof shining in some light because this is a big panel roof, so you do get that in the second row. We also have, if I scoot over here so you guys can see it, the vent shadation, so you guys can actually, you know, cover up that sun or just have some privacy. You also see the same materials in the door panels as you see up front with that same pattern here. The aluminum, the gray, the orange, the soft touches, it's all here. Extra storage in the backrest of the seats as well. We also have the floor mats to help protect it. Now if I weasel my camera down here a little bit, you'll be able to see the 15-volt plug in there and the USB-Cs right down there as well. Had to kind of maneuver that one for you guys. And again, look at the materials on the door paneling. You can see it a little bit brighter on this side. Now we need to get to the third row, and I have one side folded down and the other not folded down, so you guys will be able to see that, but I'll be able to show you what it looks like folded down and the whole aspect there. Let's see, we can get under here by obviously doing that to slide it back, and you guys will see that this seat is folded down, that seat's folded up, so you guys will kind of get the gist of everything here. And then we were to do that here as well. Well, hold on, you gotta pull this all the way front and then go up. It's a little hard with one arm. Then you get the back seats here. Now you guys will be able to tell without me getting in that it's a little tight, but I'm gonna get in. And you guys will see we also have the cargo net there as well. So I'm gonna hop in, and there we go. Now you guys can see the leg room depending on the passenger here, because they can slide this up a little bit. We can get a little bit of extra space, but as you guys can see, at 5'11", 6 foot on a regular day, you know, I can actually kind of fit through here. You can see I have a little knee rub there, but it's not as bad as you think. Again, there's substantial space back here. It's just not tons of space, but that makes sense for this model. Now you guys will also see we have a 12-volt plug-in here, and we have 2 USB-C ports right on this side here. You guys can get that to focus in. There you go. Storage, cup holders as well. Cup holders on this side and storage on this side as well. So again, it's a nice place to be in this third row, but if you don't want the third row, you can fold it down and have a little bit more extra space when it comes to the whole trunk area and the cargo back there. I'm afraid to pull it back, but you guys can see we got straps here to pull it back, and I can also do, I can do this with the flap and pull it back, and that's not bad. That's not bad. See, I'm locked in. I'm kind of tight, you know, but I'm in here. I can fit. We can do it. Yeah, we can do it. So now let's take a look at the sticker breakdown for the 2024 Atlas Peak Edition SE with technology. So for the starting price, you're looking at $46,990, but after the options we have on this model and the Peak Edition itself, you're looking at $49,946 after that $1,425 destination charge. So how do we get here? Well, we got the pure gray exterior at $395, and then we have the black leatherette with orange stitching, and the inside is free, no charge for this interior. And you also have the auto dimming rear view mirror with HomeLink Connect, $405, the Monster mats at $346, the VW Care prepaid scheduled maintenance, $275, and the first aid kit and roadside assistance kit, $110. That's it, guys, and that makes up our Peak Edition for the 2024 model year. But this is everything that Peak Edition comes with in terms of performance, the exterior, the interior, the safety and driver assistance, and the technology and convenience. I'm gonna go over that slowly. I'm gonna let you guys screenshot, zoom in, do whatever you guys need to do, crop it, so you guys can see every single thing that this comes with without me reading all that to you guys and boring you to death. So make sure you guys see everything that you guys want to know about it here. You guys can also check the link in the description to go to the website and see this listing, and then the warranty, the maintenance, roadside assistance, everything here as well. What do you guys think about the Peak Edition for 2024? So at $49,000, how are you guys feeling about this Peak Edition in gray? Are you liking it in gray better than the green we got to see earlier? I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. But if you guys did enjoy the video and want to help further support the channel, give the video a big thumbs up. But also check the links in the description so you guys can get to the website of VW Brandon's dealership, and make sure you guys give them a call as well, see what else they got here on the lot for you. Now make sure you guys subscribe, but click the notification bell so you don't miss one video. And with that said, we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.